morning and happy Thursday. I'm in my new place, all set up. Didn't take a break from trading, but took a break from streaming. I actually joined Ryan's Discord for the 7-day free trial, although it was we had 2 holidays, so it was three sessions, but it wasn't bad. I learned a lot. I learned the things that he looks for, and the way he takes his trades, and the way he thinks through his trades. So my goal really has been to log into Instagram when I'm done trading and see that I take the same trade as Ryan. Yesterday his trade was early, it was pre-market actually. While I was sitting at my computer, I was still setting up, so it was right here. There was a 3-minute that got inversed. Could have taken the 1 minute too, but he took it up. Well, I don't think he actually took the trade, but the drawn liquidity yesterday was all-time highs. I wasn't sure. There was tons of liquidity levels here, but as ES was so far from all-time highs, then it was a really good draw to go short off of. So now today what I'm looking for is, we're still close to all-time highs, especially on NQ. So it's likely that we should have a perma bull bias. I saw this one, but I didn't really like it. Where is it? Just a little tiny one here. But this is a really nice V shape. So now what we can do is we can look at all the liquidity. We got some pretty good session liquidities. Pretty far from our London low. However, this high here is an equal high. So it's likely we're gonna hit that. This is our pre-market high, but it's like just, I don't know, 2 ticks away from the Asia Open, so I didn't mark it out. But as we can see, that 6296 is right around our pre-market low. And then when we look over at NQ, which I have somewhere, look over at NQ, we do have liquidity resting at 2380, which is coincides with this pre-market too. So
Nectarine said, would you look at the time? It's lose my accounts.
So if we did have a dream scenario, I would say open. I would like to see a sweep of the lows to go up higher, but we might not get that. I don't know if this is a strong enough liquidity draw to do a reversal off of. However, we do have this Asia Open here, so it could be. We are trending up though, so we got a nice trend line here and here going up. We also have some equal lows here, right around our London session. Equal lows here, equal lows here. So it's likely we could come down, although this move is pretty much at the liquidity, so I don't expect it to reverse without hitting it. People talking about London highs, but I'm not seeing any. This is not even a London high. This, no, London session started at 2 to 5. So really, I don't know, but if we come down, we come up to those all-time highs and ES is still far from them, then we could reverse. However, I do not like shorting all-time highs. We could take like a 1-to-1. 1-to-1's not bad. I have no idea what these people are talking about. Let's check. Maybe they're talking about ES. Yesterday, not during London. Not during London. Weird. Alright, we got about 3 minutes here. Ready to trade.
Stop and Q buy. Stop and Q buy.
So now we're going for that 80 level. Let's see if we have anything here. Yeah, okay, we had this 2-minute, but there was no sweep. I figured this was a
Iceberg
sweep.
and Q buy.
I did take a long here. So go up, inverse this down, but this sweep these lows. I took a long here, but it all came
Stop
back.
and Q buy.
Okay, there's that pre-market. But as you can see, we've got SMT, so NQ is pretty bullish,
Stop and Q buy.
where ES is lagging behind. Pretty sure we still have, I think that's the 4-hour I marked out. Yeah, so this is my 4-hour here.
Stop and Q buy. Iceberg 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 and Q buy.
Yesterday we inversed, I think it was 2 or 3 4-hour fair value gaps. So this is just the last one. I don't think there's another one on NQ. Let's just take a look. No, we had this tiny one. Tiny. But that was already closed way above. So it's just ES that's holding us back now.
Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES buy. Stop and Q buy. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg and Q sell. Iceberg and Q buy. Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg ES buy.
Okay, so now
Iceberg
we've really
ES
swept
buy.
it.
Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg ES sell. Stop and Q sell. Iceberg and Q sell. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES5.
So now we're
Iceberg
at
ES5.
versus 1 minute. Let's take a look at the time frames.
Iceberg ES sell.
So we have a 2 minute we tapped into twice.
Iceberg ES5. Iceberg ES sell.
3 minute.
Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES sell.
Let's take a look at that 3 minute.
Iceberg ES5.
It's a lot.
Iceberg ES5. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES5. Iceberg NQ sell. Iceberg ES5. Stop NQ sell.
So yeah, like you could have taken that 1 minute, but that was really tiny. And then where it closed down here, your entry. I'm just gonna wait for a sweep of the lows
Iceberg ES5.
and see if we want to go up. ES barely moved. And never
Stop
swapped
NQ
any
sell.
liquidity.
Iceberg ES5. Stop NQ sell. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES5. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES5. Iceberg ES5.
Let's take a look here. I'm seeing different stuff. No, we got equal lows here at London.
Iceberg ES sell. 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 Iceberg ES5. Iceberg ES5. Iceberg ES5.
I'm confused with this.
Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES5. Iceberg NQ buy. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES5.
See, I don't know about longing right now. This is just VWAP.
Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg ES buy. Iceberg ES buy.
Okay, you can delete this.
Iceberg ES buy.
Lots of buys. No,
Iceberg
single
ES
sells.
buy. Iceberg ES buy.
Yes, it's moving very slow. VWAP, no one trades with VWAP, but look at how effective
Iceberg
it
ES
is.
buy.
So what did we sweep? This. Basically all this LR.
Stop ES buy.
So let's just take a look here. What kind of FVGs we have? FVGs we got.
Iceberg ES sell.
Tiny.
Iceberg ES sell. Iceberg ES sell.
OBS really makes my computer lag.
Iceberg ES buy.
Dang it.
Iceberg ES sell.
It's fucking lagging. Alright, I'm gonna have to cut this. Cut the stream.
Iceberg ES sell.
Actually, just give me 1 second.
Iceberg ES buy.
No,